Hi guys, welcome back to LPB Racing for a brand new season on GT Sport. This is Season 5 of LPB Racing on GT Sport. This is the LPB Manufacturer Series. So we go through the season. Each round has a dedicated manufacturer and a country regarding that manufacturer. And the first one is Germany, and it's the BMWs. So the first race is in the BMW road car, the second race will be in the GR4 version, and the third race will be in the GR3 version. So we're in the BMW M4 road car, ready for a start here at Nurburgring Nordschleife. And the grid is Bidzster on pole position, TY in second, Callum in third, Neil Farmack fourth on the grid, fifth is Techno, sixth is Rodders, 7th is Firepower, and 8th is Stacker. A couple of people missing this week due to personal circumstances, so only 8 drivers, but still should be some fantastic racing around the Nordschleife as we get ready for a start. Okay guys, just before we get to the start of this race, we'll get through the team's identification for the season. So here we are, Seek 1 and Stacker in those black Team Leon, so watch out for them. 56 for Stacker, number 1 for Seek. And then we've got Callum Paul Banks in the Team Smirnoff car, number 99. Again, Callum looking to be a strong contender this season. And then his teammate Firepower in the second Smirnoff car, number 27, looking for another win to add to his tally because he got his first win last season, so good luck to him. Then it's Bidzster in Team Takeaway. They have different sponsors each round, and number 22 is Bidzster. And watch out for his teammate Rodders 150 in the number 53 car. So Rodders looking for some more good finishes this season as well. And then we've got Neil Farmack in Team Rabble, so leading Team Rabble, and he's number 12. So watch out for Neil Farmack this season as well. And his teammate is Techno GLTD, so Techno as we call him, in the car 07, so car number 7, so watch out for Techno as well. Here we go then, ready for a start, everyone on the same tyre. Everyone on the Sport Soft tyre for the road cars. Then it'll be the racing tyres for the race cars later on. As we get ready for a start, 2 laps of Nordschleife. And we're off! Bidzster gets a good start, but so does TY as we go down towards the first corner. Very quick towards the first corner, everyone in line. There's Callum. And his teammate Firepower a bit further back. Rodders is with Bidzster. And Neil is with Techno as we go down the hill. Everyone nicely through there. Bidzster in the lead then, leading the way down towards the first section of corners. Brilliant section this, as TY there on his own. He's an independent this season. As Callum goes a bit wide there, Neil Farmack's got Techno behind him, so the two teammates there running close together. Nicely done through there. Brilliant section of this. In fact, to be honest with you, the whole of the Nurburgring Nordschleife is a brilliant section. As we go onto the straight, Bidzster with a massive twitch there. TY closes up slightly. So it's going to be a good old school battle of Bidzster versus TY by the look of it, and Callum will try and stick with them if he can as well. As we go over the top, over the jump, everyone in the air, into the floodplats. Bidzster and TY sideways out the corner, brilliant stuff. As we look further back, here's Techno, and Rodders on the grass, and we've got, so Techno's on the grass, and Rodders has gone off behind. Is it Rodders? No, Firepower, sorry. Firepower's gone off behind. Firepower goes round behind, so he's gone further back. Stacker's there as well. As Bidzster and TY then coming towards the hairpin at the end. Got to get the car stopped very, very early on the brakes. This is a heavy car compared to the cars that we're going to drive over the weekend. And also not as good tyres as well because the sports tyres. There's Rodders. Further back, there's Techno sliding. Here's Stacker, he's in front of Firepower now. So Stacker would be teammates with Seat 1, but unfortunately Seat 1 choosing to play poker rather than play this. So choosing to gamble his money rather than his talent. So Stacker going down the hill then with Firepower in tow as Bidzster and TY come up to the top section. Arrived there nice and steady. So Bidzster and Rodders, Team Fast Food. That's the actual team name, guys, Team Fast Food. This season they're going to have a different sponsor each race. So Team Takeaway. So Team Takeaway, Team Fast Food, whichever one you want to call them. There's TY then Independent, Team Player. He's got his little slogan on. Callum and Firepower, Team Smirnoff, rooting the alcohol. So, and then we've got Team Rabble, which is Neil Farmack and Techno, Rabble Club. And then we've got Team Leon, which is going to be Stacker. Oh, Stacker's off the road. Stacker, so Team Leon for Stacker and Seek, but unfortunately Seek not here this week as Stacker hits the handbrake and decides to make things look even more better. And Bidzster goes down to the slowest bit of the section and up on the curb, turning into the corner. There's TY following suit. Callum staying with them as well, so the top three staying reasonably close together as Callum slides the car out. Brilliant line there from Callum as we go down the hill up towards the top end. Neil Farmack in a steady fourth, Techno fifth, Rodders chasing him down in sixth position. As Bidzster and TY very close together up the top of the hill. TY very sideways out the corner, that's going to lose him speed. But Callum not quite close enough onto the back yet to become a threat for TY yet, as TY goes over the top with Bidzster into this right-hander. Triple apex as Bidzster slides his way through there. Bidzster really sliding the car out here, so pushing as hard as he can, but TY right behind him. So TY right behind him onto the straight. This is where they'll get really close. As we look at Techno and Rodders, then they're close out the other corner as well, but can't do much about it. Firepower 7th, the Stacker back in 8th, so Stacker not able to keep with Firepower here. So Firepower pumped up after a really strong end to last season with a win, his first win in LPB racing. Well done to Firepower for that again. But fresh season, fresh start. So let's see what he can do as Bidzster and TY then together as they come up to the carousel section. They're not far off it. Going up, obviously this bit of the track is a very steep ascent. They don't look like it, but it is. As we go up to the top, brakes. Into the corner, nice and steady into the corner. TY still pressuring Bidzster all the way. As Techno, then that's Neil. There's Techno, his teammate behind him, and then we've got Rodders, Bidzster's teammate, back in 6th. Still trying as they go into the carousel then. Bidzster, TY, Callum, all into the carousel very nicely as TY makes a little mistake out the carousel. That's lost him time to Bidzster. The gap's opened up a little bit. So we're about 2/3 of the way around the track now. Last third of the track, it's this lovely complex section all the way back to the mini carousel on the straight. So it's very tight and twisty, not very much room for overtaking. We'll have to see if any opportunities arise. As you look at Neil Farmer then in 4th, very steady on his own. There's Techno, Rodders trying to steer with him, but the gap's still more or less the same. Firepower back there in 7th and Stacker just coming out the carousel in 8th place. So Bidzster and TY right on the back of Bidzster. Bidzster must have made a mistake somewhere. TY right behind him, pushing his way all the way down. Callum can't quite steer with these two yet, so Callum not really on the pace as yet, but you never know when it comes to the straight. You might get a draft and close right up as Bidzster goes wide onto the curb. Oh, close stuff. As now he defends up from TY because TY gets a good run on the side of him, but still can't get through. Nose to tail, pushing each other around. Brilliant stuff. Obviously the Nurburgring Nordschleife, a very hard circuit to pass on. Very hard. And as Bidzster's proving, as TY and Bidzster are proving here, you can go sideways a lot, you can drive really fast around the Nurburgring, but it's not a very overtaking friendly circuit. You've got to really set the move up or really be brave and dive for it. So we'll have to see what's going to happen here as they both hit the grass. Close stuff. Into the a couple of corners before the mini carousel, into the last section of corners before they get a little bit of a break on the straight. Up to the curb as TY goes onto the gravel. Onto the gravel and the grass. Close stuff as we go out the corner. Both very nice through there. Callum on his way out as well. Neil Farmack 4th. Let's have a look onto the straight then. Bidzster TY. Onto the straight we go. Bidzster takes a bit more curb on the inside, gets a good run. Both get a good run onto the straight. Now let's see the others too. Rodders is right on the back of Techno here. Rodders going past Techno. Techno makes a mistake out of the mini carousel. Rodders goes straight through before the top corner and Techno goes over the curb, loses onto the grass, loses a bit of time. But Rodders goes wide himself, so they both keep a similar gap to each other onto the straight. Meanwhile, Bidzster and TY right up each other's gearboxes. TY going for the move on the outside as they go under the Bilstein Bridge. TY right around the outside of Bidzster. Bidzster trying to keep with him as we go into the braking zone down at the bottom. Well, who's going to get the goal? TY out of shape, very out of shape. Oh, how did he get that stop? That were incredible. As Callum closed up behind, but into the last corner then Bidzster can't find a way through. So if it was a one-lap race, TY's got it, but unfortunately it's not, it's 2. So TY then onto the last lap. Round we go. Bidzster right behind him. Callum third. Neil fourth on his own. Oh, Rodders has gone into the wall. The Techno's off as well, so something big's happened there. Rodders is waiting, so he must have felt like he knocked Techno off because he's waiting there as Techno goes through. And then Rodders gets on with it, so we'll get a replay on that. Here's a replay of what happened between Rodders and Techno then. So we're going down the hill towards the braking zone. And, oh, Rodders, yep, hits Techno in the side, and Techno goes round, and Rodders goes straight on, but then sensibly stops and waits for Techno to rejoin. So as we come back from that then, Rodders lets Techno go, and Firepower's off in the wall. Stacker's got a break for this corner down here as well. So Firepower goes around in 7th, Stacker in 8th. TY still in front of Bidzster, but sliding his way in front. Sliding his way around. Bidzster trying to get a good run onto the straight, side by side. Up over the bridge. Bidzster still alongside here. It's going to be brave, but he lets him go before the floodplats. Good idea, because they're going side by side through there. It's just going to spell disaster as they go over the curbs. Bidzster right behind TY, pushing him all the way here. Right behind him. Callum closed up in the background as well, just waiting for any mistakes, but he can't quite stay with the leaders here. Up over the top, break for the top section. TY's on the grass, he's lost it. TY's off. TY's off. How did he get that stopped? Incredible. Must have pulled the handbrake or done some rally style stuff there, because usually you go off there and you go straight across the track into the other gravel track, but TY, what car control. Well done, TY, well held. And Bidzster now right behind him as TY hits the gymkhana button yet again. How is he stopping this car? I don't know. He's drifting the car. The best defense is a good drift, apparently, according to TY. But really good driving here from both. Callum in 3rd, Neil still on his own in 4th. Rodders is in front of Techno, so Rodders has passed Techno, so they've swapped. Firepower back there, and Stacker really struggling with this car, having a horrible start to his season, but hopefully things will pick up for him, and I hope they do. As TY and Bidzster still battling it out then. It's been a battle all race here. As we go down the hill into this section here, and then down, we've got a few really fast kicks coming up as TY loses it. And Bidzster's going to close up here, but TY's lost it a bit. Bidzster hits the wall himself, so everyone getting caught out on this Nurburgring Nordschleife as TY's gymkhana his way through the corners. Eat that, Bidzster, eat my smoke. As we go through the bottom, and again TY pulling the drift button, and Bidzster behind him saying I'll join in as well. Callum saying wait for me. As we go down the bottom then, up over the bridge down here, which is over the top of the village of Nurburg. And over the bridge and then up to the top. Bidzster right behind TY here, good shot here. As we go up the hill, Bidzster gets a good run. Will he go for a move here? I don't think he's going to be close enough. Oh, I don't think he's going to be alongside enough. He's close enough, but he's not alongside enough. As we go into the next corner, one mistake could spell disaster for these two. As TY again hits the gymkhana button. He must think he's Ken Block in a Beamer. As Bidzster runs a bit wide there, so Bidzster's lost a bit of time there, so that gives TY a little bit of breathing room. As Neil Farmack comes through in 4th place, a steady 4th place for him. Rodders drifting his way over the village of Nurburg in 5th. Techno's still right behind him though, so not much of a gap between these two. That's the gap. Looking back from Rodders, very close indeed. As we go up and over the top, actually I've just thought we don't need all that telemetry on, it'll be off for the next race guys, but unless you guys find it handy, let me know in the comment section what you think. There's TY and Bidzster then, very close to each other. Well, not very close, there's a bit more spread out now than they were, but I think the Techno and Rodders then were even more close. But Techno's in front of Rodders now, so Rodders made a mistake there, so Techno back in front. So still a good ding-dong battle between them two, as TY and Bidzster come up to the carousel for the last time. Into the carousel, TY locks a brake, Bidzster slides into the carousel. Gets it a bit wrong, but TY gets it wrong on the way out. He's lost time there. So they both close up, and Callum's closer than he's ever been. So Callum a bit closer, obviously waiting to exploit his talent, just biding his time. Go up and over the top. TY loves these road cars on the road tyres. Really suits his driving style, as you can tell. but Bidzster right behind him, giving him a good run for his money. Oh, look at that, perfect camera shot. You can really see how close they are into these into this little downhill section now. The descent begins. One mistake could have it, and then we go slightly uphill again here. Up over the top, and then we go down again. Brilliant. A slide. And down the bottom. This is where it's a popular spectator area, this. Down the bottom you can see all the spectators lined up. Into this corner, this right-hander, which can catch a lot of people out, and you can go really close to the gravel trap, but both escape danger as we go up and over the top. Bidzster right behind TY, pushing. Trying to force TY into a mistake, not leaving him any room to breathe. His mirror full of that black and orange car. Up and over the little bump, into the corner, it can really unsettle the car, but everyone gets through it well, so does Callum as well. As they go over the top, TY makes a mistake! That could leave him vulnerable, but again, the Nurburgring offering no overtaking opportunities whatsoever, unless the car goes on the grass. Some really close stuff here as we go towards the mini carousel for the last time, into the right-hander, then there's a quick left-hander. TY's lost it on the inside. Bidzster has to slow down because he knows he can't get around the outside of him, but Bidzster eventually gets round, but TY was ghosted a lot longer than he thought there, so Bidzster goes through but makes a mistake there as well, as now TY's right on the back of him again, as TY's on the grass. He's lost it. Oh, what a recovery, but really close stuff there, but remember, they've got the straight. TY could fight back in the draft. Sliding onto the straight. Oh, 2 out of 3 did. Callum kept it quite steady through there. But this is Callum's best chance. He's close to him. But just while they're on the straight, we'll look at Neil Farmack in 4th place. He's doing not too bad in this one. Rod is in 5th. Techno behind him in 6th, but they're still quite close if you look at the gap there. One mistake could spell the difference. There's Firepower in 7th and Stacker in 8th, so not doing too bad. As we go to the leaders then towards the last section of track. TY right behind Bidzster has got a 10-mile-an-hour difference on him in the draft. He's going to have to try and overtake him and move around the outside towards the last corner. Round the outside he goes. Has he done it? He's gone right round the outside and he's on the grass. He's lost it. TY's on the grass. He's spun round. And Callum hits him. He couldn't avoid hitting him there. And TY's gone round in circles. Callum's waiting, but wasn't really Callum's fault. But Bidzster anyway comes across the line. Well done to Bidzster. Well done. Takes the win. And where's Callum and TY? They're around here somewhere. There's Callum waiting for TY. What the hell's going on here? But we'll get a replay on that incident anyway. But we'll just wait for him to cross the line here. But Callum waiting for TY, I think. But TY saying, no, it was a mistake. You go for it. So Callum takes 2nd. TY takes 3rd. Neil Farmack approaching as well. Almost takes 4th. We'll get a quick replay on that finish. Okay, here's on board with Bidzster to have a look at what happened between him and TY. So here we go. Here we are, and then here's TY coming alongside us. And then as we go in front, look, there's no contact. TY just drifts onto the grass and goes onto the grass on the other side, loses control, and then slides, and Callum has nowhere to go. Bang, hits him, and TY goes round. But again, Callum couldn't really go anywhere there, so not really Callum's fault. And here's a view from Neil Farmack. So look, here we are. He's coming up behind TY and Callum, who were playing a game of after you. No, after you. No, after you. But Neil's coming up, and TY's adamant to stay behind Callum because it wasn't Callum's fault, and almost gets pipped by Neil on the line. So as we come back from all that drama, then here's Rodders creating yet more drama. It's hitting the wall on the last corner, and he's got to get to the line before Techno does. As he goes to the line, then Rodders takes 5th place in his first race. Not bad by Rodders, well done. Techno a well-deserved 6th place here. 6th place for Techno. Firepower's going to come through in 7th. He wasn't actually that far behind the pack, so hats off to Firepower here, who's shown a lot more pace ever since his first win. So well done, Firepower. 7th place. And 8th place to a struggling Stacker SI in 8th place. As he comes down the hill, we'll just watch him come down through this last section. Give him a bit of TV time. Down to the last section, slowing it down very nicely. Nice and steady, not wanting to make any mistakes. Up towards the line, past the pit lane. 2nd gear, through the last corner, and up through the gears and across the line. So we'll get those results confirmed for you now, guys. Okay guys, here's the results then after that closely contested race. It's Bidzster who wins. Well done to Bidzster. He finishes ahead of Callum in second place, and then TY after having that incident in the last few corners. Neil Farmack almost getting on the podium, just scraping through in a fourth. And then it's Rodders in fifth, Techno finishes in sixth, Firepower seventh, and Stacker in eighth position. Bidzster gets the fastest lap with a 7:33 dead. So as we come back from that then, there's your winner, Bidzster in the black and orange car for Team Takeaway. Well done, Bidzster. And we'll see you guys next time for race 2. Take care, guys.